Hello, my little weirdos. I am just putting away my little tabletop tripod. I want to know, do you guys know about the bill that Republicans have put in, and what it does if it gets approved, if it passes? It's called the SAVE Act. I'm having difficulties. Okay. It's called the SAVE Act. And what it does is it says that for the person that's registering to vote, or if they what they want to do is have everybody re-register from the beginning. The reason they want to do that is because the SAVE Act says that the name of the person that's attempting to vote, the name written down, has to match their birth certificate name. And you think, well, yeah, you're just proving you're the person. Really? If you're a guy, you might think that way. But the first thing a lot of women are going to think is, wait, traditionally, men have had us take their last name. So I'm not Judy blank anymore. I'm Judy blank it. So you think, well, just bring your marriage license and show this was your No, they want them to match. That's all they're going to look at. If it doesn't match, you can't vote. You can't register, you can't vote. That means just women and the very rare guy. Rarely, on occasion, a male, especially if they've got a known female that she needs to keep the name because of, that's her brand or whatever. Sometimes he'll take the name. Sometimes they'll just keep their same names. Traditionally, and I believe it was men who made up this rule, so we know what house you're from. Handmaid's Tale, hello. That means about 69 million women. Just stop with the 69 men. 69 million women have names that are different than their birth certificate. Their first middle name's correct, but the last name is not. What about kids that are adopted and they can change their first name? The birth certificate shows one name, and this all says, well, if you say, well, you can make allowances, but it'll cost money. Voting is a right, okay? A rights are free. Rights are not supposed to cost you. So if they want to do that, then they should be paying all fees that are incurred on getting whatever paperwork. But they're not going to do that. They want to disenfranchise freaking women. If you have a vagina and a uterus, you don't get to vote. His whole executive order of you're either male or female, that kind of blew up in his face because we all, especially medical people and biologists, said, just so you know, Republicans, all embryos for the first several weeks are female. And his order, or whatever the hell it was, said at conception, all human babies are female at conception. Look it up. I learned that in school, in high school. Yeah. Over 4 decades. 40 years ago, I learned that. What the fuck was Donald Trump doing? Sleeping and getting his daddy to change his grades so he could pass? I mean, what the hell? So at this point, like I said, this is a class war. This is a gender war. This is Republican versus Democrat. It's not even about that. It's about Republicans, you fucked up. Now you need to come to us and start fucking listening to what we're telling you is going to be done and how it's going to be done, and you're going to fucking start listening. Or the other solution is to let him have his run, and eventually they won't need the Congress anymore. So all you Republican senators and all you Republican representatives, you're all out of jobs. Because he doesn't need the legislative branch if he gets it his way. And if you keep allowing him to do this without impeaching and arresting him and arresting Elon and everybody else involved, including J.D. Vance, because he knows it's all illegal, blatantly illegal, usurping the Constitution, and then suggesting we just get rid of it. It's not Republican versus Democrat in the sense of political parties anymore. It's, you know damn well you fucking Republicans have screwed it up to hell and back. You know that. Now grow the fuck up and pull up your big boy and girl pants. Most of you are big old and white pants. And do what's right for the country, because you know what? When he doesn't need you anymore, you ain't got no jobs. What the fuck else are you qualified for right now? You've been sitting on your asses, a lot of you, for decades. You don't know how to do anything else except how to fight on the floor of a government building. You know, most of us can do that too. You're supposed to be examples of leading and getting out of situations that are not good. And where is that, Republicans? All I'm hearing is crickets and complaints. I don't hear anybody saying, you know what, I have changed to Democrat. You bitch, you're starting to be like, well, maybe we weren't correct. I should have listened. You're almost there. You are almost there. Now, do me a favor. Who is going to give me a birthday present today? Because it's my effing birthday. Yep, I'm 62. Who's going to give me a little birthday present and say, yo, I just changed my party, or I plan on this, or I'm going to a protest even though I was with MAGA, or even, I want to see that, okay? Yeah. And women, how can you not rally against this? The SAVE Act? Save what? Save America from having equality between the cultures and the races and the genders, like that? Ladies, stand the fuck up and speak out against this administration. Because you and I damn well know, I don't care if you voted for him or not, this is your right. And don't think he's going to let Republican women, all the Republican women, it's okay, they can get a waiver. Because guess what, even if you thought to do that, we are not going to allow that. You are not going to betray not only us as your fellow countrymen, you betray us as your fellow women. You got some big surprises coming to you. You think you're hated and pushed away? Especially those women that are black or Latino, any color other than white. You think your MAGA people are dissing you now that they got your vote? See how they start treating you pretty soon if this shit goes through. I don't give a fuck if you're white. You're just handmade material to them. And by the way, this is how The Handmaid's Tale got its hold. This is how the story started. Yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it yet? We've been telling you to watch it for well over a year, probably 2 years. When was it started? Yeah. Because some of us saw what the Republicans were starting to lean to. Not on my fucking watch. Not without me saying something about it. And I don't mean say it once. I mean keep saying it. And that's why my videos keep effing saying it. Ladies, if you have a vagina and you need to start speaking up about this, or just because you're MAGA doesn't mean you're not going to get your rights taken from you. If you're anything other than a white, straight male, or somebody pretending to be a straight person, because it is the Republicans who are the perverts. Oh, somebody was in the news today for that too, and oh my goodness, it was a Republican. Surprise! Yeah. So, ladies, y'all better start speaking up. Y'all better start joining protests. I'm telling you. You can't leave it to those like me. You can't leave it to those that are the medium-sized channels or the big channels. You certainly can't leave it to the teeny channels like me. Because there's not enough of us speaking up. There's not enough of us, because if there was a lot more, like the majority of us, like don't think, well, they're all speaking up, there's a couple dozen, so, you know. No, get it so they can't fucking go one page without seeing one of us bitching about it. That is what I mean by speak up publicly. You need to flood this place. Flood the platforms. Every time they get a new refresh on the feed, there's another one of us yelling about this shit. That is what I'm talking about, ladies. Get the fuck off your ass. Put it in front. Well, don't put your ass in front of a camera, but put yourself in front of a camera. Look at me, I'm in my bedroom. This is a little thing. It holds your phone. You can use that to make a video. As soon as it's uploaded, delete it from the phone so you have the room again. Don't sit there telling me there's nothing you can do to help. That is part of the reason why we're in this problem. So instead of sitting there and complaining and hoping, because I'll tell you what, Republicans, have your thoughts and prayers stopped school shootings or mass shootings? Nope. Have your thoughts and prayers stopped abortions? Nope. We told you they wouldn't. Have your thoughts and prayers done anything? And did you actually really even pray about it? Bet you didn't. Well, guess what Democrats and progressives and liberals have for die-hard MAGA base? We have concepts of thoughts and prayers for you. Yeah. Because all the countries that do business with us still, they're going to start looking at the red states, and they're going to start looking at the blue states and say, does anybody in a blue state have this service or this item that we can get instead of from the red state? Yes, let's get it from them instead from now on. Because they know half of us did not vote for this. So you're just going to get fucked harder and harder and deeper. The more you sit on your hands and don't fucking speak up. Anybody can do this. Anybody can put a post on. Put it on a piece of bright color. Anybody can denounce it. Do you have the balls enough to? Or are you as ballless as your MAGA men? So, thanks for making me have to do that on my birthday. But I couldn't even take a day off. I tried. I couldn't take a day off without speaking up, because you know what? When I say speak up and speak out, I don't just speak the shit. I walk this walk. And I deal with the insults. Because that doesn't fucking matter near as much as keeping this fucking country from being pushed over the edge by Republicans. They're sitting on their ass and they know they fucked up and they just do nothing. They could stop it all by impeaching him. And you know that. You know that. Democrats put articles of impeachment in. We'll see how many Republicans give a fuck about you. How many of your representatives and senators are going to back it? Or how many of them are going to shoot it down and say, no impeachment? And if that happens, I bet you don't do anything except go on TikTok and cry. That's why you don't get much sympathy. Because you piss and bitch and moan, much like his rallies for the last 4 years. But you don't do anything to change it. Did you call any of your reps? Did you even try to even know if their lines were jammed or not? I tried. I tried the DC hotline. I tried all these different numbers, and they are jammed. They're full. But I tried. Here, our governor, you have a text number that if there's important something, they can text. I've had it for a year or two. He actually texted me this morning, happy birthday. I mean, I know it's an automated thing, but how many red states give a shit about their people enough to even do an automated, hey, happy birthday, to anybody who signs up? They look up the name, they know the database, it's flagged, this day send a happy birthday message to these people. Yeah. Might be a little thing, a tiny little thing. But it matters in the morale of the state. Ain't saying Jersey's perfect. Got a lot of places for improvement and not necessarily political. But hell, I lived in Arizona 3 damn decades, more than 3 damn decades. I ain't never got a happy birthday from even the city people, let alone the state. So, just saying. I didn't even think that existed. I got the text like at 10 o'clock and I was like, Governor Murphy, now what the hell? Oh shit. No, it was Governor Murphy saying, happy birthday. It's your birthday. No, he didn't say that. But he did say happy birthday and made it like a little horn and a little happy face and a little cake. I mean, that's adorable. How many people do that in government? How many governors do you know? How many state leaders do that? It's just a little thing. But it's a little thing that means they're trying to think of the individual people in their state under their watch. That says a lot, even though it's a tiny thing. So, peace out. And tomorrow's Valentine's Day, so hopefully you take it easy, take it safe. And most of us women, most of us the high maintenance ones are going to expect the dinner and the flowers and the chocolates and whatever it is, their Gucci or whatever the hell handbag. And some of us just appreciate something we'll enjoy and maybe not even costly. you know? Because love for a spouse or a partner shouldn't just be shown once a day. We shouldn't just need a day for that. Just like Mother's Day, we should be appreciating mothers and fathers and all this shit every day. So just keep that in mind. The ones who expect everything, you're probably either got somebody who's high maintenance or somebody who doesn't often get that stuff from you just for no reason. And let me tell you something. If you've got a partner of any type, sometimes the no reason shit is what keeps them staying. The little note on the refrigerator saying, drive safely, I love you, because you left for work first, or whatever it is. Those little things, taking a teeny little bite out of the sandwich or something, and then putting a little note there that says it's a love bite. Just stupid shit. I used to do shit like that, but not like that. To my kid, my oldest, when he was in elementary school. Just a little note is like, I love you, or good job, or I know you're doing your best. That's all I want. That type of thing. In the baggie of his something in his lunch or something. And he told me later, he goes, I always enjoyed, that was kind of cool, But you could do the same thing with a spouse. It doesn't change the need to at least not, and it's not narcissistic to be noticed or acknowledged on occasion. I mean, if it's always about you, yeah, but if it's not always about you, then everybody deserves to have that, a day every now and then. And it's just like, dude, I'm just doing what makes me good today, okay? We all deserve those occasionally. We just don't deserve them every freaking week, all the time. Yeah, that's kind of a flag. Unless you like being the doting on, butler in the relationship. That's unequal, and for a lot of people it won't work long term. So just keep in mind those little things sometimes. Sometimes those littler things, a couple small thoughts can be, for some of us women, can be a lot more appreciated than the big stuff, especially if you do big shit all the time. It's kind of like, it's nice to just see the small little things. That's kind of cool too. But anyway, you see, you don't even have a partner. How do you know? Well, when you don't have, and I've had a partner, it's my choice. After the last a decade ago, after the last couple experiences with guys, yeah, these days, I'm not going to go to 1,000 different places just to find, a guy that isn't a dick. So, and I'm sure y'all are around, but not where I've been. So, me and my cats, and I'm good. It's peaceful here. It's peaceful here. There's no fighting. There's no raised voices unless it's like me, somebody yelling or something happy or like, or something, yeah, jump scare. So ladies, you need to get loud and you need to get angry about that. I don't understand how any woman, grown-ass woman, doesn't understand that taking your vote away from you just because you have a vagina and a uterus and ovaries, that's not okay. I mean, what are we going to do? What Afghanistan's done with their women? Next, they're going to say we can't show things. It's going there. It's like The Handmaid's Tale, dude. I swear to you, this is not how the series started. They had a couple of, they started in the midst here. It's already happened. And then into the third episode or something, then they start taking you back, and because you're thinking, how did it get to this point, for God's sake? Guess what? This kind of shit, and the religion shoved into government. Big step on how it happened. Hmm. Taking away women's things that only affect women. They said, well, it's just to make it up story. Guess what? It's a blueprint. And it was an accurate blueprint, as you can see, on how the men did that. And guess what, MAGA women? You're thinking, well, it's like the MAGA men are the ones in charge now, just like, so we're good. Did you see the show all the way to the end, ladies? Yeah, the MAGA women, the ones that were the wives, they didn't fare so well at the end. Just letting you know. The ones that, there were some wives that when it started with the handmaids, the wives helped them, did the underground. They stood up for them. They helped them get away. They helped them do whatever. But those other ones, they got their just desserts. The ones that helped, they got the freedom because they helped overrun the whole situation and get each other out. But this shit is exactly how the show's premise, how it got to where it was. And that's what I keep saying to you. I've said it for years. Watch The Handmaid's Tale. Because you would, if you had seen it, you should be able to see the parallels on what MAGA has been, what Republicans have been doing. Not only did we tell you about Project 2025, but even before we knew about that a year ago, we told you about The Handmaid's Tale. Because we could see how they'd already done the Roe versus Wade, and we could see, well, those of us who pay attention saw what was being talked about on the floor. But, you know, I still haven't heard any MAGA people going, you guys were correct. One or two. How many of you voted for him? Just saying. So, have a good evening. And happy Valentine's Day early. Peace out, guys.